Go on, yeah, whenever.
Hello, guys. Today I'm interviewing Joe Morgan. He is three wins. 3-0, and one win by way of knockout. And he's fighting tomorrow at the Motorpoint Arena in Cardiff on the Joe Cadena undercard Matchroom Boxing. My first question is, how was camp? Did training go well?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, it was a short camp. It was a three week notice fight. I hadn't long come off from holidays in Spain, but when I got the phone call, I just trained flat out and got the weight off. And like I said, I'm fit anyway, so yeah, I had to take the opportunity with both hands. Yeah,
of course, it's like a big show as well. I think it's on DAZN.
Yeah, it's the biggest show I've ever been on, so an opportunity like this doesn't always come around so often. So I had to grab it with both hands and take it.
Yeah, of course, your opponent's 8 wins, 32 defeats, but this guy's only, out of his 32 defeats, he's only been stopped 2 times.
Yeah, these Russian guys, a lot of the time their records, they're a lot better than what their records state. He's got a tough, durable opponent, but I'm looking to go out there and get that stoppage and get that 3rd stoppage on his name.
Yeah. He's got 3 knockouts on his record, so you've got to be careful because I'm sure he'll be going for it.
Oh yeah, if he can knock me out, he'll knock me out. Yeah, but I stay away and I got to be careful. I can't get too comfortable in there. But I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna perform.
Yeah. What time do you think you'll be fighting? Because you weighed in quite early.
I'm on 3rd on the list, and it's starting at 4:45, 4:44 p.m. I'd probably be on around 5:30, 5:45, I'd imagine.
Okay, so I'll tune in nice and early to watch it all to catch your fight.
Yeah, get it on. You don't want to miss this one.
I'm sure I won't, mate. Your last fight was in March, was it? 26th?
Yeah, 20th of March, yeah, in Manchester.
It was against Stephen Floyd, was it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Was it a Pat Barrett show, wasn't it?
Yeah. My last 3 fights have been on Pat Barrett shows.
Oh, yes, I think I might have watched that because Jahanzeb was on it, wasn't he?
What's that, sorry?
Amir Jahanzeb was fighting on that card.
I think so, yeah.
He's a good fighter, isn't he?
To be honest, I didn't really watch much of the show. I was on nearer to the end. See, I think I was like 1 before the end, so I was just locked in with myself and getting myself ready. He's got a lot of good boys.
Yeah. Did you sell many tickets to that fight, as it's not like you in Wales?
Not a lot. No, I got a few going up there, but like I've signed now with Chris Saniga, and I need these more local fights, and this huge opportunity now where I've got an army full of Welsh fans coming down. It's nice to not have to travel up there and to be able to get everyone around here to come down to watch.
So have you sold the most tickets you've ever sold, because it's a big platform?
Yeah, by a mile, yeah.
Were you expecting that?
I was expected to sell a lot, but to be honest, I think I got more than what I expected, to be honest with you. And that's still with a lot of people things on the same day, but I still managed to sell a lot of tickets.
That's good to hear, mate. So it's another 4 round, is it, mate?
Yeah, it's a 4 round. Like I said, this is a short notice fight. I got called up a few days after being in Magaluf, so I just going to take it with both hands. Yeah, 4 rounder now, and then I'd probably step up to a 6 rounder then after a full camp.
this is your chance to show Eddie Hearn what you're made of, mate.
Yeah, he's going to be watching, and you have to stand out even on a show with so many good boys, so many standout boys. You have to stand out and to make a statement, and I'll make sure Eddie's watching and he's impressed by it.
Yeah, lots of Welsh talent on it, isn't it?
Yeah, like this is a great show for Welsh boxing. You know, there's I think four Welsh boys, three Welsh boys and one Welsh girl coming up through who's fighting on it, and then you obviously got the main event, Joe Cordina, looking to bring our world title back to Wales. You know, it's a massive show for Wales. This is.
Do you think Cordina's gonna win his fight?
I think he's definitely got the skills. He's going to be in an hard fight for sure, but he's definitely got the ability. So you know, come Saturday we'll see.
Yeah, because he's against Okwar, is he?
Yeah, and like I said, this guy he's a good fighter. He looks like a really good fighter. So
18 knockouts.
Yeah, he's coming to win, and he's coming to get a knockout. But you know, like I said, Joe Cordina is a great fighter, and hopefully he can use his boxing and get that win and bring our belt home.
Yes, hopefully, mate. I reckon he will as well.
Yeah, especially with all the support he's going to have in Cardiff, like himself being a Cardiff boy, everyone's going to be cheering him on. So yeah, crossed.
Who do you train with in like your gym?
Well, I did train with Ethan King. He's a stablemate of mine. His father, Nathan King, is one of my trainers as well. He's had a lot of pro fights. He's very experienced in the boxing game. Obviously trained by my father. So yeah, he trains me and Ethan. That's only the two really who I did train alongside, but I had to go sparring quite a lot, you know, to different gyms. I do a lot of sparring down St. Joseph's with Gavin Gwynn and a lot of boys from down there, you know, get a sparring and anywhere I can really with good boys, professional or amateur, you know, it's good to mix the style up. So yeah, but for this fight, most of my sparring's been done with Gavin Gwynn, British champion.
Yeah, British and Commonwealth champ.
Yeah.
Because I've interviewed Gavin as well.
Yeah. He's a good guy, Gavin. He's a good boxer, and he trains hard. He deserves them belts, and you know, it's great sparring when I go down here with him.
Yeah. There was a good night of Welsh boxing not long ago. Did you watch that? I think it was on the
I watched it on the telly. That's another good night. I was going to go down, but you know, I was busy training with tickets and all that, so I just chilled and I put on in the house. Yeah, it was a good night of boxing and good atmosphere down there.
Yeah. Which fight was your favourite fight on the night?
To be honest with you, I thought the first fight that I watched was Lloyd Jermaine against Jake Tinkling, and Lloyd really impressed me. He boxed really well, so I gotta say it was a good fight. They were going back and forth, but Lloyd just seemed to have too much for him.
Yeah, I think Lloyd's naturally a weight above Jake.
Yeah, you could see in there that Lloyd was just too strong, and you could see that from the start of the fight to the finish of the fight. He was just too strong for him.
Yeah. Out of your first 3 fights, what's been your toughest fight?
That's an hard question, really, because my first 2, they were against top journeyman, very tough and durable men. I was close to stoppage with both guys, but in the second fight against Kaz Hussein, I was throwing everything into it, hitting him with the kitchen sink, and you know, he was just still there. He was just taking him. So I'd have to go for that one, you know, as far as tough goes. But
he's my first tough man.
Fight. Yeah, same as Jamie Quinn in my first fight. You know, they're both tough, learning experience with a pair of them. But you know, I'd shout out to the pair of them boys. They are a very tough man.
Yeah, The guy you fought in your second fight, 113 defeats, but he's been stopped only 3 times.
Yeah, it goes to show, like, for my first 2 fights, they tricky fights for your first 2 fights. Go in there and learn. And like I said, you can ask the pair of them. I was close. I was really close to getting the stoppage with the pair of them. But
yeah,
like I say, I went out there and I boxed and I got 4 rounds out with a pair of them, and I learned a lot from them fights. So
yeah. I think Stephen was, he was 1 and 2, but I think Stephen was definitely trying to win.
Oh yeah, 100%. He was coming out for the win, but when he felt the power, he just didn't want to know. But that's what I like, when someone's going to come out and throw and leave himself open for me to find that gap and get the counters off. But yeah, and then as soon as that happened, I got a stoppage first round.
Yeah, I've watched the guy you're fighting this tomorrow a few times, because he's fought on a Matchroom card before, I think. I don't remember. Oh, he fought Callum French, who's on the card.
Oh yeah.
That was 6 rounds, and he gave Callum a real. He definitely went for it, but Callum was moving quite well.
Yeah, Callum French is a good fighter himself, so this is what I need. Though I need these kind of fights, so it's gonna do me the world good.
It should do, mate. Are you confident for tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. Always confident. If you're not confident, then you shouldn't be there. I believe in my training. I've trained hard. I always train hard. I sparred hard. So I'm gonna go here tomorrow. I'm gonna be confident. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna box. I'm gonna look to get that stoppage win. And whatever happens. I may get it. I may not get it. But I'm gonna get a win, and that's that.
Yeah. After this fight, how many more do you want to have this year?
Say another 2 or 3. Ideally it would be 3 fights to end the year. But I still not. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Yeah. I go after this fight. I'm going on holidays for 2 weeks, so I'll get that holiday out the way, and then when I come back, I'll be straight back in training camp. Yeah. Looking to get out another 2 to 3 times this year.
What, on another Eddie Hearn show or Pat Barrett?
No, hopefully, if I put in a good impression in front of Eddie, then and he wants me on the show, then that'd be ideal. But it's more likely to be with Chris Saniga.
Yeah,
it's more likely on a Chris Saniga show. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, if Eddie's impressed and he wants to put me on the show, like I'll take that opportunity all day.
Yeah. Have you spoken to Eddie?
I haven't had a chat with him properly yet. I've seen him up on the stage. I've been up on the stage with him, shook his hand. But tomorrow, when I put in a good performance, I'll definitely speak to him tomorrow.
Yeah. Who's your what other boxer do you like watching?
To be honest with you, nowadays, I like watching anyone boxing. I just enjoy watching boxing. Growing up, I used to love Floyd Mayweather. I used to love watching him. He was just so good. One of the best to ever do it. And I used to watch his videos and I used to learn a lot from him. But as far as now goes, I just watch whoever, really, anyone I can learn from. And yeah.
Yeah. So do you watch Terence Crawford or Canelo, Fury?
Yeah, all of them, all the top boys. I like Gervonta Davis. He got a lot of power. Even if he's losing the fight, he'll come back, and he's just got that power to end it. And then
you watched his fight last week? Yeah,
I watched it. He was down on the cards, wasn't he? And then come to the 6th round, he just let that left hand go. And it's the same in some of his other fights. He might be losing a fight, but you know, he's always dangerous.
Always, isn't he? Yes.
Yeah.
Are you watching? Like I think it's early Sunday morning. It's Kambosis v Devon Haney.
I'm gonna look to watch it. Yeah, you know, it's a really good fight that. So yeah, I'm thinking of watching that, depending on the time.
After your big win.
Pardon?
I said after your big win.
Yeah, you know, after my big win, depending on the time, because I might be snoozing if it's at stupid o'clock. But if the time is too bad, I may put it on and watch. Yeah, no, it's a great fight.
Yeah. Well, I think Eddie Hearn's going to announce Anthony Joshua v Alexander Usyk, the rematch in August.
Oh yeah.
Who do you think wins the rematch, mate?
I think Usyk wins again, to be honest with you, but I wouldn't rule Anthony Joshua out. If he goes in with a different game plan, he tries to bully him, and you know, doesn't try to box with someone like Usyk, I think he's definitely got a chance. But
yeah,
you know, as far as a favourite goes, I'd have to go with Usyk. I couldn't go against him, you know.
Yeah, like most boxers I've interviewed, I asked them who do you think will win, Usyk, AJ. Most of them have said Usyk.
Yeah, that's.
I think I got two people who said AJ.
Like I said, I think AJ's definitely got a chance. You can't rule him out. You know, he's a big man, especially in the heavyweight division. You can't rule anyone out. You know, but Usyk is such a good, slick boxer. It's going to take someone very, very good, very strong to get him out of there, to get his hand raised against him. And as of now, I think the only one who can do that is Tyson Fury, and no one else.
Not Wilder?
No, not for me, no.
Really?
Yeah, I think Usyk, I think he plays with him, to be honest, because Wilder's not very big, is he, either? You know, so...
He can hit hard.
Yeah, he can hit hard, but it's... Can he hit him or?
It depends if Usyk's too quick for him.
That's what I mean. You know, Wilder's not the biggest heavyweight himself either. So if he catches him, you know, he's going to sleep. But it's catching him with that clean shot because he's such a good boxer.
Yes, indeed, mate. What got you into the sport of boxing?
To be honest, I've always just had a love for the sport since I was a young boy. You know, I wanted to start when I was like 5, but you know, my mother and my father was telling me, you know, you're too young a minute, too young. Give it a couple of years, and 8 or 9, I went to the boxing gym. My father took me to the boxing gym, and I've always trained. I've always been in the game since then. I've just fell in love with the sport, really.
Yeah. And my last question is, do you have any advice for people who want to be a boxer when they're like older?
You just got to stick with it, you know, train hard, have as many amateur fights as you can. Don't worry about losing or winning. It doesn't matter, you know. You just got to stick to it when you lose, because a lot of the time in the amateurs it will happen. You just got to pick your head up and keep going. And don't worry about what anyone else to say. Just train, and you know, the opportunity will come. Like tomorrow is my big opportunity. I've always had people doubt me throughout my life, so it's just I'm gonna put a big performance on tomorrow, and then I can shut everyone up, and that's what you gotta do. Just stick to it and keep training.
I'm sure you will, mate. And do you want to like shout out like your gym, your trainer, or anyone who's helped you so far?
Well, I just say a shout out to my father now for all the training he puts into me. You know, my family, my girlfriend who puts up with me, and she's really good to me. You know, even coming up to the weight cut when I'm losing weight, and you can't speak to me because I'm so grumpy. We've got Chris Hanniger, who's got me on this show, and Eddie Hearn. You know, all my sponsors. You know who you are. It's too many to name, but big thanks to.
Thank you for coming on and absolutely smash it tomorrow, mate.
Yeah, I will do. My pleasure.
Thank you, mate. I will be watching.
Yeah, make sure tune in early.
Yeah, will do. Thank you for your time.
Good man.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Nice one, buddy. I'll see you soon, right?
Yeah, bye, mate.